Hello, welcome back to West Green. This is Steve, and this is the start of part 21 of the DJH B1 kit. Sorry, my alter ego is not here today. He might not ever come back, but he probably will. As you can see, I've put on the sanders. So there's one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there. I had to make these up by hand, and I've made them so that they go in. You can just see it goes into there. Well, it doesn't quite go in, but it looks like it will go in. So the next thing I've got to do, I've got lots to do, and I'm just sort of working my way through process of elimination. I've been folding up steps. So the steps for the front and the rear. So here's one of the front steps. I've had to make up the two steps and solder it and bend the top over. So that's that one. I've also made up one of the rears, so I've got two more to do. There's three steps on that one. So basically, they fold up, the three little steps fold up, and they fit into little recesses or half-inch pockets. You solder them on, and I soldered it on using solder paste and my trusty resistance soldering iron, where you just put it on, press a foot switch, the tip gets pretty hot, melts the solder, off with a foot switch, let it cool, and take it away. Anyway, that's it. We'll continue onwards. It's Steve here at West Green. I've gone into Australian mode today. Do you know it's been so dry lately? So dry they've had to shut down one lane of the local swimming pool. Alright, I jest. Just kidding. So anyway, let's get back to it, because Manny wasn't there. He's gone. Will he return? So I've been making up these steps. That's the front one of the front ones that goes on the front of the foot plate near the buffer beam, and there are two rear ones. There's that one there, and this one here. Now this one's got the battery box for the AWS on it. So these have been soldered on my on the resistance soldering unit. I tinned the back of this hip here, put white metal solder on, so that's soldered with white metal solder onto the back of that. So that's done. But what I've got to do now, I've got one more to make up, and I thought I'd show you. So that's the backing plate, and there is also two small steps where you've got to fold up the back and the two sides, or I've still got a bit to take off there. But the other thing is too, see those little dimples there, three of them, they're rivets. So you actually have to press those out, which is what I've got to do. I've got a little riveter here, so we're going to have a go. So you can see there's my riveter. There's a little anvil there, and that presses down. Got a big handle up here. So there's these little holes. Where's my other glasses? I can see them now. Get it in the hole. Get it in the hole. That's done. That I'll show you in a second. Oh, come on. So here's there's one not done, and here there's one I've done. So there's the holes in the back. I've pressed them out in the riveter. Well, busy day on the workbench today. The front steps I put on. Now, the funny thing is, the front steps and the buffer beam are not supposed to be part of a loco body. They're supposed to be on the chassis. I know it sounds strange, and it was weird. So if we look at this diagram here, you can see the frame. Where is it? You can see the frames. There's the there's a backing plate with two little recesses in it, which solder to that, and then this goes in the front. So you end up with the buffer beam and all the gubbins on the chassis. And I might add the steps. So all of this is supposed to be attached to the frames, but with this end of the steps just floating in the wind, you can't attach that to the foot plate, otherwise you can't pull the two things apart. So I wasn't happy with that. So what I did is I decided to throw caution to the wind, and I put the stays on. They're not attached to the frames, they're just floating, but the steps have got a fold back piece on them. Where is it? Hold on. So the steps have got an L-shaped piece there, and the steps are soldered to the white metal. They're soldered to the buffer beam. So let's have a look. I'll show you. Don't look too closely. It's no masterpiece. So there it is. And if I pull the chassis out, it's supposed to be on the end. So I cut the lugs off. Yeah, I know, it's not me. Look, no one's going to see that. And I'm more concerned that these are solid. So at least I can bend those so they press against the frame, but also they're soldered down there. So a lot of cursing today, but I've done it. And now here's the rear steps. Now they are supposed to attach to the body, not the chassis. Now I'm not going to put those on now because I've got to work on the body, and you know what'll happen. I'll knock them and they'll break off. So I'll leave those till later. But I've given it my best shot. And oh, where is it? Let's open this little blighter. Oh, come on. So that opens up. Oh, you can see all the... It's got the blast pipe and the petticoat pipe and all that stuff in there. So, look, I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. So I think what I'll do now, I'll end this part, and I think I'll take everything off, put all the tools away, clean up, and start from a clean bench. So looks good, doesn't it? Messy, productive, but anyway, it's no... Oh, come on. I'm going to hit this phone. I don't know why. I have to buy a new one.